Hey guys, happy Monday and welcome back to another day trading recap video. Pre-market was another slow pre-market. It's been pretty slow in general. Last week was really tough. Not a lot going on. And then today, I look at, after documenting my trades, I'm looking at the things pre-market, the indexes, and the SPY was down like 2% when I was looking at it, and I was like, this is going to be another bloodbath kind of day out there. So I wasn't super looking forward to, getting aggressive or, having a, blow away green day. I was kind of like, if we could just, survive, I think that'll be all that we can really ask for. And actually, let me go to my trading screen. Where is it? Right here. And let me show you guys a tweet that I posted earlier today. I said, I think one of the biggest obstacles currently as a long biased Momo trader, momentum, wouldn't be ourselves, but the rough market. So we might need to survive until we thrive for a bit, because usually as a trader, especially as you're trying to size up or get more focus and whatnot, the biggest obstacle is you, right? It's you getting in the way of yourself. You might have good strategy, but then somehow your execution is off, something like that. But lately, it's tough out there. So you might be doing everything right, but the market is really just not giving you a lot of opportunities, especially as a long bias trader. If you're a short bias trader, you're probably killing it right now. And I'm honestly thinking about switching up my brokers temporarily, because TOS as a small cap trader doesn't ever have stocks or shares available to short, especially for these small caps. Yeah, if you're shorting Coinbase or Tesla, there's shares available to short. But for like the typical stocks that we're trading, good luck. It never happens. Some interesting thing to note here is I did come out with a video on Friday about SIDU. And this video got 1,000 views, which is a little bit more than normal lately. Every time there's a hot market, I start getting like 2,000 views on average on my recap videos, the hotter recap videos. In the slower markets, like right now, on average, I get like 200, 300, maybe 500 sometimes on a recap video. So it's a little bit slower. So it feels like maybe there's a little bit more action coming in. Maybe there's some more interest right now of retail traders. It's really hard to say, but I haven't noticed a big bump in recap videos until last Friday. So maybe there's a beginning of something there. I don't know. I like to think so, but at the same time, I really try to remove my biases from trading as much as possible, because it does influence me. And sometimes, I don't get aggressive, even though I should be, because the price is telling me I should get aggressive, because I have these, preconceived biases. So I do try to weave my way away from those, and that's why I don't read too much about news on specific tickers. I read a bunch of news every morning, but just macro stuff. But specific tickers, I do try to stay away from the news a little bit too more. So I stopped trading today when my last trade on SOPA was a red one. I gave back like, 150 or so on SOPA. Luckily, it wasn't that big of a trade size-wise. But yeah, still. And then I didn't really stop. I was looking around for like another 15 minutes or so, maybe even 20 minutes. This trade was at 9:38 and I stopped, and now it's 10:08. So yeah, I was looking around. I was hoping something else would pop up. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything else, and I don't know, maybe at one point we will. SOPA was trying here again to pop over VWAP. You can see the 5-minute setup. There was a good little 1-minute micro pullback here that I could have maybe went for, but it's just not a day where I feel like this is the one I want to keep trading over and over and trade longer and longer. I mean, look at the SPY. It's just a total bloodbath out there, and we reached a new low. So this is a little dangerous, right? Is this a bit of a fake out? Covering or shorts are gonna or stops are gonna get executed, and then it just rebounds really quickly. Who knows? I mean, there is a lot of support right here at around 400 on SPY. You can see we had those last retests in that area. We had a big sell-off and went close to this area. Now we're back at this 400 zone. So if we break this area with conviction, with power, big volume, I would be pretty nervous. But right now we kind of broke that area and bounced back off. But it's hard to say right now. Volume's fairly light. If we don't really break this with significant volume, I won't really feel like it's going to be that important. But at the same time, anything's possible, and it's hard to want to be long in the market right now for sure. It's definitely spilling over to small caps. In terms of how I traded today, I was down on BTTX and I'm up on LOGC and SOPA. Like I said, I gave back like around 150 on my last trade, so I was up a little bit more, but I would mark it as a green day. It doesn't feel like a big green day, but in the overall market, it's okay. I definitely am not complaining. Let's just go through these tickers really quickly here, starting with BTTX, the ticker I'm most read on. This is a ticker we've been trading kind of a lot lately, and I'm never a big fan of trading tickers over and over and over again, especially small caps. I like those, first big green day, trade the heck out of it, and then pretty much don't touch it again. Once you get into these kind of multi-day runs, I just feel like I start getting focused on like a big flush waiting to happen or a big offering or something like that. Pretty much like this, multiple green days and all of a sudden that offering right here, or whatever this was. So I'm always a little bit nervous on that. It is a nice smaller company though, 24 million shares outstanding and 60 million market cap. That's nice. It does have constantly catalysts coming out. I'm just not a big fan of this ticker. I keep trading these, pullbacks looking for continuation. And then somehow whenever I trade it, I'm always late to the party. I think I really missed this move right here. This was the best move of the day. I'm sure you guys can identify that if you're a front side trader. So we have a big 5-minute breakout. We have a beautiful 1-minute pullback, and then we have a 10% rally from there. So that was probably the best trade of the day on BTTX, but I snoozed on that, and I think I was looking at a different ticker at the time. So yeah, is what it is. On LOGC, I got kind of lucky on this one, 150 up. Let's just look at the daily here. Kind of high relative volume, kind of ranging ticker, roughly a little bit of a backside overall pattern. Big spike today, and it's on its way to $1. But the problem is, it's a sub-dollar. I'm not crazy about those tickers. They're kind of sketchy the way they behave. Anyway, biotech, 33 million shares outstanding and 27 million market cap. It does have an FDA catalyst here for their phase 3, I think it was, trial or something like that. Phase 1 out of 2. I could have swore I wrote phase 3 somewhere. Maybe it was a different ticker. On the 5-minute, everything happened really quick on this ticker, but it was up like 100% almost at one point, which is really nice. And we had a really good 5-minute setup right here and right here. I missed both of those. For some reason, it wasn't on my scanner and it wasn't on Zendu, the YouTube channel scanner that I watch sometimes. It wasn't on either one of those until it was called out in our Discord. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, like, logic. Okay, here we go. This ticker doesn't look that bad based on the price action. So I came into this ticker super late, even though it was not a bad ticker pre-market. I just had no idea it was moving. So that was a little bit frustrating. Somewhere in this area on this 5-minute setup, we had a 5-minute breakout. I went for the pullback and looking for continuation. I did get it. I just didn't trade big size. If I was trading earlier and it got a little bit more warmed up to this ticker, I think I would have went with like 8,000. Maybe 10 or 15,000 shares or something like that. So this was my first trade on it, and just like dipping my toes in. So percentage wise, it was a decent win, but position size wise, it was very small. So I feel like I don't know. I probably did the best I could on it for the fact that I came in really late. I would have loved to trade this ticker in this area. I mean, that was a 20% move right there. So that's kind of frustrating. And then every time I tried to break VWAP, it failed. So not really the most interesting ticker at the market open. Or after the market open. And then we have SOPA, the ticker I'm walking away the most green on, which is nice, I guess. On the daily, this ticker, well, that was the weekly. Let's go to the, I'm clicking on everything wrong here. So this ticker is just in one nasty downtrend. But today, high relative volume breakout, but big resistance around $2.8 and $3. So that was the point I was hoping we would really break through, but we have been struggling to break through that area ever since pre-market. So SOPA is a interactive media and services company with 24, I would say, million shares outstanding. Obviously, the float is usually a bit smaller, and then the market cap at 61 million does have a catalyst here. It's up on earnings, which is pretty good, I guess. In this market, if your earnings are looking good, that's not bad. Even in this bearish market, at least it shows that maybe your company can survive this bit of a recession that we're in, or at least it feels like it. I'm not sure if it's totally official yet. Anyway, SOPA, nice pre-market push here, 40% or so. 40%, that's like when it starts getting interesting. That's why I'm a little bit upset I missed Logic, because, this one was up like 90% or so, and somehow it just totally, flew by me. Anyway, going back to SOPA, this ticker, nice little run here pre-market, and then looking at the intraday, the 1 minute, I started trading this one pretty much right away. I went for this pullback, took a little bit of profits quickly, and then I started, trading these pullbacks just consistently. Unfortunately, we didn't get that push through 2.8. If we got that push through 2.8, this, I could have been up pretty nicely on this ticker because I started sizing. I think it even had one of my trades, I was long 4,000 shares somewhere in this area. So I was getting ready to really start sizing, looking for that last push, probably more than I, maybe should have in this market. But the volume was pretty okay. I mean, we were doing some volume over 400,000 shares being traded per 1 minute. So there was good opportunity. The volume was pretty nice. But then all of a sudden, the volume, look at this, the volume faded very, very quickly. So I don't really like trading these potential breakouts when the volume's fading. That's a bit of divergence, higher prices but lower volume. That's very scary. But in this area, when the volume was still making new highs, that's why I was getting really aggressive in this area. I was like, all right, let's see this one run. Yeah, now this ticker is really struggling. The volume's fading again, so not super optimistic. It did have this nice little breakout here. I was fumbling a bit at the market open. I think I traded a little bit here, but yeah, it was tough. So I'm pretty happy just walking away green here. It is a little bit unfortunate that I feel like a little bit more back than I should have. I felt like this flush I felt like it was really coming, and I somehow fell right into it. Luckily, I didn't buy super high. I think my entry was, it was like at 267. So it was like a pretty low entry right above VWAP. I thought we might get like a quick fake out here and then a pop back higher. We didn't get it. So yeah, too much trying to predict what's going on instead of just, letting the front side run or not run. So yeah, there it is, 350 up today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a little bit more action and maybe even more focused action where we just have one really clear lead gapper. I would love that, and not like LOGC, which was somehow going under the radar. Let me know in the comments, was LOGC going under your radar? How did you guys find LOGC? If you did find it, I would love to know, and always try to improve my scanners and whatnot. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. If you're new, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you part of the community. And like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.